Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In today's video I will be going over the UI of the login system, and so yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get into it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with a register page, and with Visual Studio Code all you got to do is an exclamation point and then hit enter, and it will kind of give you all the data that you need to start a PHP document or HTML, whichever one. So I'll just go ahead and rename the title, just register. I'll go ahead and link the style sheet that we created in the previous video. I'll go ahead and link it to it. So just type in link and just come down here to where it says link CSS and hit that. Alright, so now that should be good. Except this is in a folder called CSS, so we need to, where it says the hrefstyle.css, link it to that folder. Alright, so now what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and create the body content to it. That's going to be called, have a class of container. This is going to be form container, and then inside that will be a regular form. I ain't gonna have any action right now on it. And then inside of that, what we'll do, and also create a, this is going to be called register form. Alright, so with inside this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create another div. What this is going to be, the grouping of all of the content within inside the form. So I'll do that. This is going to be the form group, and then I will do a label. So first name, then right below that I will do a input. This should just be a regular text input, and I will just, it'll be for this one right here. So it'll be, just make sure you have the same name as this. Alrighty. So that'll be it for that one. Then I'll just repeat this in 5 more times, I think, or 4 more times, for the first name, last name, email, password, and then the repeat password. Alright, so that should be good right there. So the only thing that I changed on all of these right here is, this password right here, instead of a type of text, I created it a type of password. It just kind of pretty much where you can't see what you're typing. And later on, I will change that to where you can like toggle the password to where you can see it and where you can't see it. So, but that's later on when we start doing the JavaScript. But yeah, so now what I'll do is I will just go ahead and go over to the CSS, and I'll go ahead and create the file or the styles for that. Alright, so now, so what I'm going to do is just do for the all. This is going to be the padding 0, margin 0, and then the font for the family. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with I'll go with this bottom one right here, but instead of doing the, I want it to be the default of Tahoma. I'm just gonna take that and move it down. Yeah, I don't know why, but I just really like that font for some reason. But yeah, so after that, I'll do the box sizing and the border box, and that's pretty much just where, like when you have a padding, it won't affect the like the size of it. Like if you, let's say you do something 100% and then you do a padding, it's gonna be more than 100%. But that just makes it where the padding won't affect the size of it, pretty much. So now what I'll do is I'll go and create the body. Alright, so get this and put over here to the side. That way I can actually see what I'm doing. So I'll do margin. I don't need that actually. Background color. And I got the color right here, so I'll copy and paste it. Alright, so alright. So yeah, so on the regular body of it, I'll have a display of flex. That way everything, and then the justify content and line items. All that does is it pretty much anything that's with inside of that, it will automatically center it, no matter how big the stuff inside is. It'll center it. And then the height right here is 100, and that stands for viewport height. So it's pretty straightforward on that. So I'll just go ahead and go down, and I will do the one for the container now. And I don't know exactly how much knowledge I'll have of this, but do a dot in front of it for the classes, and then you'll do a number sign for container or for an ID. But I have a class, I'll just do that. Just do a border, not a border bottom. Radius, and all that does is it rounds the corners off. Is all that does. What am I doing? D5. Let's do 10 pixels. I don't know how much 10 pixels is going to do. Alright. So, and then I'll do a box shadow. It's pretty much exactly what it sounds. Just the background shadow. 0, 4 pixels, 10 pixels, then RGBA. Alright, so 0, 0.1. item of 2. And then do a width of 100%. Then a max height of, let's say, 400%. Remember, this is just where the container is. Alright, so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and go and test this out. Alright, so we're in the register system right now, so this is technically going to be the index. So let's go into the register.php. Alright, so yeah. So yeah, that should be good right there. And then, so what we'll do is, actually one of the things is not working. Let me figure out why. This width right here. Alright, so it'll fix it later here in a minute whenever I add some more of the stuff. I already created this form once, so I'm kind of going based off of the one I already created because I kind of got it the way that I want it. So to take up not as much time, I'm just pretty much copying and pasting the style sheet, I guess. Alright, so now what I'll do is I'll do the header. The font size 1.8. You go ahead and copy and paste that. Alright, so that's the header. Now I'll go down to the form container. So the margin Alright, so the transition that we have in here, yeah, we're pretty much gonna be make it for the color of it. So the input that will have a certain color on it, which would be well, let's see. Well, no, this would just be the input. I think. Okay, yeah, and also one more thing I forgot to do is right here create this, copy and paste that, and we'll do away with this. Kind of completely forgot about that. And this one would be, instead of password, it'd be a. Actually, let me do something different. I'm gonna do this as a button. So yeah, I'll do that as a button, and then this one I'll just type in register, and at the top it will be a submit. Alright, so yeah, now we're on track. So yeah, it ain't gonna be the input on that, but the transition is still gonna be for the background color. So when it's active, it'll change colors and it'll be a smooth transition. So for that, we'll just do, we'll do a border. Color 0.03 seconds. Alright, so do an input focus. Border. Color. We'll do 0, 128, 128, and 0.5. Alright, so, now what I'll do is go down and create one for the button that we just added. Now the button. Alright, so now we'll do a display block. Width is 100%. Padding is 0.8. And of course, it's not what I wanted. Pixels. background color 0.3 seconds. And then I will also do a transform. And the transform is pretty much what moves it. It kind of like shifts it over. It's about the only way I can explain it. 0.02 seconds. Alright, so now the button hover we'll do. Yeah, we'll do the background color, change it just a little bit different than what this one is, and then we'll do the transform Y, which will shift it up. Do it -2 pixels. -2 because it's got to go up. If you did it 2, it'd go down. Alright. Alright. Now what I'll do is do the button active. And then the transform, and this would be the translate Y. Alright. So, and the reason why this one right here is -2 pixels, and then this in, active, which is when you hit the button, is 0, it kind of creates like a little bit of like the button like getting mashed effect to it. It like when you hit it, it'll show it back down like it's getting mashed. That's the reason why I included that right there in there. So yeah, now we'll just go ahead and save it, and then we'll go ahead and test it out, and that should be, most of the tedious stuff out of the way. Alrighty, so go ahead and do that. Something is not adding up here. What is not adding up? Alright, so I'm back now. I had a little bit of complications with this. I didn't type it in exactly right. This right here wasn't supposed to be a max width or max height. It was supposed to be a max width on the container. That's what was messing me up. So, you go back and look at it now. And it's still not working. Why is it not working? Did I save it? I did not save it. Alright, so now if you go back and look at it now, you know that it fixed it. So, yeah, I'll just go ahead and continue on with it. So, right here, I will go ahead and create the links to get back to the login page and so on. Alright, so what I'll do is I will create another group, and this will be for the alright, so this will be for the links to get back to the login page if you already have an account. Already have an account, and then I will create an A tag right next to that, and I will do this as the login.php, which is that one that we created a little bit ago. Yeah. And then I will do login. Alright, so that'll be all. I think that's the only one I gotta have for the register. So pretty much now that is all the way set. Alright, so yeah. Only one more thing. I want to style this right here so it's not blue and then is underlined. So go back to where your CSS is at, and go down to where it's right above the button. So I'll do it right here, and all I'm going to do is just create an A tag right there, and then I will add the color. And this one is going to be that. Text declaration will be none. And then the margin left. Actually, I don't have to have that because I've created the space. Now go back and look at it, and it should be correct. So yeah. Now you just hit on that, and it'll shoot you back to login. We don't have nothing on the login, so that should be fine. Alright, so now what we'll do, now it should go pretty quick. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to copy and paste every bit of that, and I will just go to the login page and post it. So I don't need the repeat password. I don't need the first name and last name. So yeah, so I'll keep the email, the password. I'll keep this form group for the login, but I'll change it to, instead of already have an account, I'll change it to don't have an account. And then I will create this as register.php, and then register. Alright, so now I will create another one, and then this one is going to be for the forgot password. Forgot password, and then forgot word. Then I will do request reset. Alright, so now that should be good for that, so we'll go back and check it. Go to login, and boom, you have your login page. And I will change this to login instead of register. Change this to login. Change this to login. I also change. I'll just do away with this form right here. I'll just need login. Then on register, I'll do the same. Just do away with the form. Alright, so now I got the login and register done. So now what I'll do is I will go straight over to the forgot password, and I'll copy and paste the login stuff to the forgot password. So now for the forgot password, the only thing that we'll need is email. That's all we'll need for the email. So now for this then, on the links, what I'll do, also do this here. Forgot password. Alright. So yeah, I got forgot password. For this one, all I need is email. For the links, I would do remember password. Then I'll just go to the login. Then for this then, I will go for the same thing as the register, or the login, man. Don't have an account. Register. Alright, so now for when you get your change password link, it'll direct you to this, and I will just grab the register one this time and copy and paste it to change password. Alright, so now we don't need the email because we're automatically going to have that, so we don't need the email or the first name and last name. We will need the password and the repeat password, and then for this then I will just have one again, and this is going to be remember password, and then it's just going to be login. And that should be it. We'll change this right here to submit, because you're submitting your password change. Instead of that, it's going to be change password. Alright, so we'll go back and go ahead and look at all of it. Wrong link. Alright, so I'll refresh this. And so when you log in, you'll go to the login screen, or when you go to login, you'll go to it. So you'll type in your information, hit that, what should be login. I didn't check them other ones. Yeah, see, they're all wrong. I'll just do submit. Alright. Alright, so go back to checking it. So if you don't have an account, we'll hit register. It'll send us to this page. I already have an account, we'll hit login, send us back to this page. And then if we forgot the password, we'll hit request reset, and then it will go to this, and you just type in your email. And we're going to, later on, we're going to create it to where it'll send us an email that will go on the link, and we'll click the link, and then it will direct us, it'll save our user data that we have for that email. And if it's your email, of course, you can go to the link and you can reset your password. So that's where this, instead of forgot password comes in, it'll be change password. Alright, and then it'll be on this one. And then you have your password and repeat password, and then you can log in also. Alright, so that should be it for this video. There was a couple complications with the CSS that I had, but it's only because I was trying to copy what I've already done, so I can make it, try to get it exactly like what I've already done, and that didn't work out too well. But anyways, I got it, I figured it out, so but yeah, I'll go ahead and see y'all on the next video. In the next one, we'll probably go ahead and actually create the register system to where you can actually register an account with the database and stuff like that. So yeah, I'll go ahead and see y'all in the next video.